Yep, yep, yep. Slowly getting there, just chugging away. Sort through a bunch more stuff, as you can see. Some of it I'm not sure where I got. Like, I got a couple of cards here from like Portal 2. I don't know where the heck I got them from. I got a couple of Dark Ghost ships. That's a little bit before when I started playing. There's still copyright 1994, which was the year I started playing, but Dark came out sometime earlier in the year than I got into the game. I got into the game the fall of 94. Actually, it's kind of interesting. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's interesting, but it's a story anyway. Kind of a boring story, I suppose, but it's a story nonetheless. And during the summer '94, I had a cousin who showed me a revised rule book, and I looked it over, and I found it quite interesting. I really did. And then that fall, my younger brother went to high school. I graduated the previous spring. And my younger brother started playing with a bunch of people down at the high school, and knew someone who was selling off cards and whatnot. And he picked some stuff up for me. And I'm not sure if I should say it all went downhill or uphill from there. Tis what it is. Stuff from Fallen Empires. That's right around the time that I started playing. I'll have them all these cards here more or less divided by blocks. So in chronological order, so we've got Mirage, Tempest, Urza's, Masks, Invasion, Odyssey, Onslaught, then we have Corset. So that's just a big mix. Odyssey and Onslaught were kind of weird. They're probably two of my least favorite blocks, and they're sandwiched right, and they're put right next to each other. I don't think I really liked anything in those two blocks. Well, that's not completely true. I just those two blocks as a whole just really didn't do anything for me. I also thought it was kind of strange that they had two blocks with O names right next to each other. Excuse me. But oh well, is what it is. Is what it is. Oh well. What else? Got some cards here from Beatdown boxes. Got a pair of Blizzard Elementals, 2 Leviathans, and a Fat Lottie. Speaking of old cards, one particular combo I heard of from way back in the day. This is back when, I want to say 4th edition was standard. Fellow by the name of who was Jim Ward, who used to be an editor at Dragon magazine, it's a D&D magazine. I'm just reminded because of old cards like the Fat Lottie. Apparently he was well known in his local Type 1. I can't remember if Type 1 is called Legacy or Vintage today. The one with the restricted list, how's that sound? The one that you can still play Black Lotus in. And he was well known back then for winning local Type 1 tournaments. And his local shop owner kept nagging him every now and again, but I should come by and play in the Type 2 tournament, blah, 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 blah. And it's he was basically yeah, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Then finally, he got convinced to come down one time for it. So he takes his Type 1, Type 2 is called Standard Day. Takes his Type 1 Black Flyers deck, downgrades it to Type 2, and he comes in expecting to beat the crap out of people, just rip them apart. And he comes in, and all the kids are whispering amongst themselves, "Oh my God, it's Jim Ward. He kicks butt at the Type 1 games. He's got Moxes and Lotus and stuff." And so he sits down against this kid. His first game, his first Type 2 game against some kid. And he noticed that most of the crowd at Type 2 was younger. He sits down, they shuffle, they play. Kid busts out a turn 2 Sarah Angel on him. And then just starts pounding the snot out of him. And everything else he tried to play at that point got countered. And I remember talking about that with somebody. Dude's like, wait a minute, how the hell did the kid bust out a second turn Sarah Angel? And I'm like, well, first turn, plains Monovolt, second turn, plains Sarah Angel. BAM! That kind of does the trick. That kind of does the trick. But, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, and for not so much older stuff, you might have noticed this in a couple of the previous videos. I found this one sorting earlier. It's a Tenzo Goto's Maul. It's 3 colorless. Legendary equipment. Equips for colorless. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. It gets an additional +2/+2 if the creature's legendary. And if the creature's red, it has trample. And I put that aside because I have 1 or 2 EDH decks I can put that in. Goes great with either of the any of the legendary dragons from the tricolored legendary dragons from Invasion or Planar Chaos. Or if you're just plain running a lot of legendary creatures in your deck. Hey. Sort of like I want to see about putting a Basilisk Collar onto Oros the Avenger. Yeah, if he deals combat damage to an opponent, you may pay 2 colorless and a white to have him do 3 damage to each non-white creature in play. So it's just like, wait a second, throw a Basilisk Collar and give him Death Touch and Lifelink? Oh yeah. You just gained a crap ton of life, and you kind of wipe the board of everything that isn't white. That's some fun stuff right there. I like it. Oh well, enough babbling. Throw this video up. Have a good day, guys. Be good.